Conviction, an essential subject from Vinipedia. By proper conviction and intelligence one should gradually cease sense activities. This is called pratyahra. The mind, being controlled by conviction, meditation, and cessation from the senses, should be situated in trance or samadhi. The process of purifying the senses is by the yogic way, namely the gross senses are merged in the mode of ignorance and the subtle senses are merged in the mode of passion. The mind belongs to the mode of goodness and therefore is called divamaya or godly. Perfect purification of the mind is made possible when one is fixed in the conviction of being the eternal servitor of the Lord. Therefore simple attainment of goodness is also a material mode. One has to surpass this stage of material goodness and reach the point of purified goodness or Vasudeva Sattva. This Vasudeva Sattva helps one to enter into the kingdom of God. Srila Prabhupada's books, lectures, conversations and letters offer a comprehensive presentation of this essential subject as seen in the Vinikotes conviction category. An introduction from his books is given below in the following 10 quotes. Quotes from Srila Prabhupada's books: The Five Great Elements, False Ego, Intelligence, the Unmanifested, the 10 Senses and the Mind, the 5 Sense Objects, Desire, Hatred, Happiness, Distress, the Aggregate, the Life Symptoms and Convictions. All these are considered, in summary, to be the field of activities and its interactions. Bhagavad Gita 13.67 The living symptoms, represented by consciousness and conviction, are the manifestation of the subtle body, mind, ego and intelligence. These subtle elements are included within the field of activities. Bhagavad Gita 13.67 One should first, with all conviction, believe in the personality of Godhead RKA, and without making efforts to realize him by speculative philosophy. One should prefer to hear about him from the Armad Bhagavad Gita and later from the text of the Armad Bhagavatam. Armad Bhagavatam 2.9. 18. Gradually, step by step, one should become situated in trance by means of intelligence sustained by full conviction, and thus the mind should be fixed on the self alone and should think of nothing else. Bhagavad Gita 6.25 The Paramahasa stage of life can be attained only by those who are fixed in the practice of Bhakti Yoga. This Bhakti Yoga begins if a person has the firm conviction that simply discharging devotional service to the Lord in full transcendental love can elevate him to the highest perfectional stage of life. Armad Bhagavatam 2.9. 18. A Kaya conscious person has realized knowledge, by the grace of Ka, because he is satisfied with pure devotional service. By realized knowledge, one becomes perfect. By transcendental knowledge one can remain steady in his convictions, but by mere academic knowledge one can be easily deluded and confused by apparent contradictions. Bhagavad Gita 6.8 The first requirement is faith. It is due to faith that one associates with pure devotees and, by such association, develops devotional service. As devotional service develops, one's misgivings diminish. Then one is situated in firm conviction, and from that conviction he develops a taste for devotional service and advances to the stage of attachment whereby he follows the regulative principles of devotional service. Teachings of Lord Chaitanya, Chapter 13, RLAR Pagazvam has instructed in his Upadamta that one should execute devotional service with great enthusiasm, patience and conviction and should follow the rules and regulations, keep oneself clean from material contamination and stay in the association of devotees. By following these 6 principles, one is sure to achieve the desired result of devotional service. Book, Chapter 20 Unless one is in the disciplic succession, he cannot understand Bhagavad Gita. It is not possible by so-called academic education. Unfortunately those proud of their academic education, despite so much evidence in Vedic literatures, stick to their obstinate conviction that K is an ordinary person. Bhagavad Gita 10.1-13 The activities of the false ego are based on the objective of the body and mind. Most persons conducted by the false ego are controlled by Lord Eva. When one reaches a finer version of ignorance, he falsely thinks of himself as the Supreme Lord. That egoistic conviction of the conditioned soul is the last snare of the illusory energy which controls the entire material world. Armad Bhagavatam 3.6. 25.